Ash. Say hi.
Excuse me.
Come here, Dixon. They want to take pictures, Mom.
Want to do this? I fed her eyes, right? What do I want? Find her trouble food.
Telephoto. It's a picture. Did you take a picture?
What? How'd you get that? You didn't see Vincent, did you?
Teacher John, faculty and staff, parents, family, friends, and graduating seniors. We have come here this evening to honor our graduates' achievements and to celebrate their passage from our close-knit, caring Friends School community to the world of opportunity which awaits them. These last few years have been tumultuous ones for these students, marked by intense exploration of themselves and the world around them, highlighted with love, laughter, and friendship, and underlined by the physical changes which they have been experiencing. The intensity of their daily living belies the amount of dreaming ahead that has been taking place, the imagining of all that they are capable of doing and being as they take those first scary steps towards their future. We hope that the realization of these dreams will fashion a better world for all of us. Of the many skills these graduates have developed during their time at Friends School, one of the most important is recognizing the cycle of inward and outward activity reinforcing each other. Spiritual insight prompts us to action in this world, and action in turn produces further insight, leading us to be more clearly focused and fruitful. This balancing of the inward and outward life will help them to refine their dreams and realize their calling. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to extend our congratulations to each graduating senior and our wish for a happy and productive future.
Welcome to our night of graduation. Needless to say, we are happy to be here. We are also delighted you came to share in our commencement ceremony. Thanks for coming. Thanks for caring. And again, feel fully welcome as our guests on this lovely occasion. In the matter of Quakers, we now join in a few minutes of silent worship together.
This letter is written to all the parents of the graduates. Mom, Dad, just yesterday you brought me home from the hospital. Remember the love in your eyes when the doctors first handed me to you? This little dependent child in such a large and complex world. You had such big plans for me all along. You probably thought high school graduation was many years away, but here it is, the day we've all been waiting and working for. You taught me many things, Mom and Dad. You taught me how to be proud I won, but also how to be proud I did the best I knew how, even if I failed. You taught me how to play the game of life, how to succeed to be the best I can be for me. I've profited so much from my years at Friends School. I've learned to love, trust, and share with my new family. I've learned to be me, to accept the next person for who they are. I feel like I'm such a bigger person now because I know who I am and what I want and need for myself. Without you, this could not have been possible. Mom, Dad, maybe I never tell you often enough that I love you, but those unspoken words are always felt when I hear the happiness in your voice, the glimmer in your eyes, and the smile on your face. Thank you for those hugs, the pats on the back, and the encouragement you always gave me to strive to do the best and come out a winner. Thank you for all those nights you waited up for my return and all the sleep you lost. Thank you for being my parents and the people who really care about me and my well-being. I do love you, and I thank you for all you've done for me now and always. The class of 1991. Will the parents of the graduates please rise?
Thank you. You hold this for me?
We're very pleased to have our 8th grade homeroom and 11th grade history teacher address this gathering tonight. In his 5 years here, a cherished confidant, an enthusiastic coach, a committed admissions director, and constant needler and kibitzer with all members of the school community. Teacher Drew graduated from Westtown in 1982 and from Earlham College in 1986. From there he came straight to us. That's 11 uninterrupted years at Friends Schools. Who better to talk to us at the moment we mark a milestone in our association with Quaker education? Teacher Drew, we eagerly await your words.
Thanks, Mike. I thought I'd save some of the formalities of speech making until a bit later. I first wanted to put an ugly rumor to rest that I heard going around campus that regarded this speech. Apparently some of the girls got it into their head that I was deliberately going to make them cry at graduation. I can't imagine on an occasion like this anyone crying. I mean, you're leaving your lifelong friends. It's something that happens every day. I've been to these graduation things before, and I can't imagine what I'd say that would be different to these students. It's been difficult trying to think of what I'd say to my first 8th grade homeroom. Most graduation speeches seem to follow some standard formats. If you're the President of the United States, your speechwriter prepares some foreign policy declaration that doesn't really have anything to do with the graduation ceremony at Bivens High. Since my relations with the People's Republic of China are in good order, I've decided to scratch that approach. I also thought that I might speak about my experiences with you as your first middle school teacher. As you can imagine, the lessons that I learned as drill sergeant have served me well over the last 5 years. But the movie version of this memorable year is due out this summer. Look for it. Sitting Duck, the Drew Smith story. I've opted for a third approach. I'll try to impart to you some of the wisdom of a 27-year-old in the hope that you'll remember it beyond the next 20 minutes. Whether you're going to college from here or into military service as Scott is, you'll discover that your journey into adulthood has only just begun. Later this summer, your opinions and lifestyles will be challenged from all sides. You'll be with a group of new friends and new teachers who will have had different growing up experiences than you. They will ask you to think about your schoolwork and your life in new ways. Some of these new ideas and people may even make you feel a bit uncomfortable or insecure, but that's okay. All of these opinions that you feel are chiseled into the granite of your brain will be challenged, like it or not. You will find that some of the things about life that you thought you knew all about, whether you learned them from your family, your peers, or me, although I can't imagine, don't seem to work for you any longer. 4 years from now, I know that I will recognize you, but you will be more grown up. What I mean by that is that you will have weathered the storm of challenges I'm speaking of. Some of your ways of thinking about the world will be changed, and if you allow yourself to become part of this learning process, you'll be the better for it. You'll also stand up to any challenge. To illustrate what I mean, I'd like to retell a story that some of you heard me tell earlier this year in a meeting for worship. It's that Joe DiMaggio story. I prefaced that story then as I will now. Many of us here today never saw Joe DiMaggio play baseball. People my age know Joe DiMaggio as Mr. Coffee. But the reading that I've done about him tells me that he would have been a hero to me in the same way that Julius Erving was when I was growing up. A person I admired as much for his athletic ability as I did for the dedication he showed to his fans and those who were in need. The story goes like this. One day the New York Yankees were in sweltering, that's their word, sweltering St. Louis to play a doubleheader against the last place St. Louis Browns. This was hardly a situation to relish, but Joe DiMaggio indicated that he was looking forward to playing. In this heat, a reporter asked, "How can you possibly enjoy playing a doubleheader in this heat?" "Well," said DiMaggio with a glance towards the stands, "maybe someone never saw me play before." Now, if someone other than Joe DiMaggio had said this, I would probably consider that person selfish and conceited. But I think that Joe DiMaggio meant something more than, "Gee, aren't I a great baseball player?" What he knew was that he had a tremendous gift to share with others. A gift that many in the stands that day would never forget. They could say that they saw Joe DiMaggio play baseball. They were part of his legend. I think that DiMaggio also realized something of the spirit that prompted the Roman philosopher Seneca to say, "Live for another if you wish to live for yourself." Joe DiMaggio realized the joy in his life didn't simply come from his tremendous talent. He knew that the joy became even greater when he shared that talent with others. For me, one thing that has withstood the challenge of time is the idea and the practice of giving something of yourself to others. I think that you will find that many of the most precious and meaningful days of your life will revolve around serving or being served by those with whom you share that life. If I think a little about my own life, I can see that this is true. I can remember helping my childhood friend Curtis with math, and I can remember him teaching me how to play pool. I can remember asking my parents about their day at work, and I can see the pleasure that they now take in hearing about mine. I can remember teaching civics for the first time and realizing that I was pretty good at it, because I remember that you all responded with your questions and your laughter. I have two hopes for you today. One is that you will find the Joe DiMaggio that is inside of you, so that you may know the exhilaration that comes with truly knowing your gift. My other is that you will take the opportunity to share your gift with others who are in your community, no matter how great or small that community might be. Now for some of the formalities. I'm very honored to speak before you today on what is one of the most important milestones of your life. And I'd like to thank each one of you. I've had the pleasure of teaching most all of you, and I have to say that you have given me the opportunity to be Joe DiMaggio on more than one occasion. And that I can say as well that I'm confident that Joe DiMaggio will blossom in you as you leave us here today. I'd like to wish you all the best. I'll miss you, and the school will miss you. And I'd like you to always remember that I'll never be able to forget my first kids. Thank you.
As I stand before you, I'm preparing to leave and take with me all of the people I know. I probably won't have room for everyone in my suitcase, but all of the people who have ever been important to me will always be in my thoughts, because it is they who have given me the strength that I need to face new challenges alone. Having been at this school for 12 years, I have more memories than I can keep track of. Every time I look at different parts of the campus, I see the past. I see myself with my friends when we were younger, and I can't believe that I'm graduating. I remember vividly the day that I graduated from 5K with teacher Dolores, and I cried because I was going to miss her. Today I stand before you happy and sad. I'm excited about the future. But I'm having such a hard time leaving my comfortable niche here with friends. I can't even express the extent of love I've found here from teachers and students alike. I'm thankful for the foundation that this school has given me, and various people and experiences have given me, on which to build my future. I'm very glad to have attended a school that allowed me to make mistakes and learn from them. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to express my individuality. Thank you, all my teachers. You have successfully instilled in me a desire to learn. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your encouragement and faith in me. And thank you, Grandma and Grandpa Stallone, for your love and for your support, and for making it possible for me to go to this special place.
Weiser, for all she has done for us. Would Alice Weiser please stand?
Friends School that the graduating class buys a gift for the school as a token of their appreciation. This year, the class of 1991 has purchased a videotape player so that the classes that follow will enjoy greater access to historical, scientific, and literary videos. We'd like to thank the faculty of this fine school for giving their all so that we might become better informed adults.
That'll be better. About 1970, a little girl started school here, and her parents were so thrilled with what they found for their daughter here at Friends School. And about 2 years later, her sister started. This little girl went through Friends School from the very beginning and graduated from Friends School, went on to college, and then came back here to teach. In her second year of teaching, she became ill, and unfortunately she died just about a little over a year ago now. In memory of Susan Ann Moore, her parents have established the Susan Ann Moore Memorial Fund. This award is to be presented to the graduating student who has demonstrated proficiency in mathematics and has been accepted at a four-year college or university. It gives me great pleasure to make this award to Pasha Harker.
The president of the PTO is unable to be with us tonight and has sent me to bring her greetings to this audience and her congratulations to this graduating class. She has also sent along the traditional gift of the parent-teacher organization, a United States Savings Bond, and I'm pleased to say that the seniors will find that safely tucked into their diploma when they receive it a little later in the evening. This is a present from the Parent Teachers Organization.
I hope the Ramblers will take some extra time during the recessional to catch up with the pieces that we missed. We have a marvelous band this evening, so please listen closely. At supper this evening, I was encouraged to say as little as possible. Therefore, the next award means a great deal, but comes with very short ceremony. The Delaware Valley chapter of Phi Beta Kappa has made possible the faculty's presentation of a commemoration for that student who shows outstanding intellectual curiosity and a great drive to investigate the life of the mind. And because his cousin wanted to hear no more, it gives me great pleasure to present on behalf of the faculty the Phi Beta Kappa Award to Jonah Allen Moose. I'm under no such restrictions for these next awards. We have two recipients of the Edward Blaustein Distinguished Scholars Award. This is quite outstanding for a small school, and they ask that I read the following. Dr. Edward J. Blaustein, for whom this Distinguished Scholars Program is named, was the 17th president of Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. He served as president of Rutgers for more than 18 years and directed the State University's development into one of America's premier public institutions for undergraduate and graduate education and research. He was deeply committed to the central role of undergraduate education within a research university, to the university's responsibility to encourage participation in public service, and to the value of merit-based scholarships to recognize, support, and promote academic excellence. Again, on behalf of the faculty, I would like to present these first to Pasha Harker. We received notification last week that our second recipient will be receiving a special stipend from our regional congressman, who has decided that the congressional pay raise is better suited to supporting scholarship. He asked us for a nominee who showed outstanding scholarship and particularly outstanding traits of citizenship and character, the faculty was pleased to nominate and pleased to report that our next Blaustein recipient, Rosemarie Sunshine Jones, will be receiving that from the congressman.
In 1985, Raymond and Monica Montemuro established a scholarship in memory of their daughter, Joanne. A member of the class of 1984. The scholarship is in recognition of an outstanding spirit of concern for others and service to the school community. This year I would like to present that to Pasha Susan Harper.
About 10